Hey guys, it's happened. I became the first level 40 rover in Wuthering Waves. I know. Hold the applause. Real quick, I just wanted to give you guys, I'm not even in the center of the frame. Real quick, I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of how I felt about the game. I want to go over exploration, the bosses, how I feel about everything. And then on top of that, I would also like to go over like what you should expect when you hit level 40 and hear any ideas that you guys would like me to check out for you or when you hit level 40. I already plan on doing a stream. If you guys haven't already joined the live stream, we got everybody in here going crazy right now. Everybody's mad hyped that we got level 40, bro. So come through, be a part of this community. I'm planning on doing a super long live stream where I just killed bosses for mad long at the new databank level. And we can calculate to see how many golds per hour I get at this new rank. I would also like to do the same thing once I get to databank level 20. I just want to kind of run down how I'm feeling about the game so far. Obviously, if I'm level 40, I've been playing it almost non-stop, right? I haven't played another game since Wuthering Waves came out. It's amazing. I want to do this without trying to compare it too much to some of the other similar games like it. However, I feel like it's just kind of inevitable at this point because that's what people would like to compare it to. Every time I'm live, I have people asking me, is this just Genshin with this? Is this like Tower Fantasy with this? TOF 2.0? And it's kind of like, I get it, right? All these games, they're anime, they look like anime games and they're open world, but not all open world games are the same. I had somebody try to compare this game to Red Dead Redemption the other day. A AAA title to a gacha game. Let's be real, y'all. We can't, there's some comparisons that just shouldn't be made. And I just want to, I'm blabbering, I'm yapping. So I'm gonna get into how I feel about the game. So first I want to start with the exploration. I do have almost every map at 100%. The only two that I don't right now are Central and Looming. I'm pretty sure those chests do not exist, or they've been hidden amazingly. I think the way that they did exploration is phenomenal. I just took some crazy back shots for free. I really just got bent. It's pretty similar to other games of its kind where there's chests hidden around the map. There's these orbs you find that will help you level up. There's a shop for the Sonance caskets that give you materials, as well as a shop for your XP that you get from exploration, from getting to certain percentages on each map. I think the world building in this game is phenomenal. I think that the puzzles in this game were done pretty well. I mean, they're pretty simple puzzles when you think about it. You have the laser puzzle, you have the Tetris puzzle, and some racing puzzles and shooting puzzles. Pretty standard puzzles that you see time and time again in games like this, whether it's a bubble, whether it's a fish, whatever you gotta pop. It's a pretty standard puzzle, right? Some of the locations for the chests are placed a little bit weird. Here's my issues with the exploration. I'm gonna start with the issues. The chests, there is a chest that you go into a cave in Dim Forest, and there's a Wooming Bay chest in there, right? You go in, like, it's mad weird. Should it be a Wooming Bay chest? Maybe, but like the chest placement's a little weird. I think they could do something with the map where maybe they add barrier lines so you know which city is which when you're exploring. Right now it's just kind of an open concept. It makes the world feel more full and realistic when there's not barrier lines there. But when you look at any map realistically, like if you pull up a map of the United States, you can point out which chest would be in Virginia. You can point out which chest would be in California. There's lines there that let you know, hey, this state ends here. I feel like Wuthering Waves could do something like that for the chest system. That's all I'm saying. The other thing is, if there's a supply chest locked behind a quest, I feel like they should break out another thing. I don't know if you guys know, when you click on the bottom of your map, there's a thing that shows you what you're missing for your percentage. So it'll show like Sonance casket, resonance beacons, whatever. They should add one for quests. I don't think that the supply chest that you get from the end of a quest should count as a supply chest for world exploration. I genuinely feel like that's a problem, because the way that they set the quests up, you kind of have to find them out there. A lot of the quests are just randomly placed in the world and they pop up when you get close to them. So I feel like if they're gonna do that with quests, then it should say quest. So people stop looking for caskets if they've gotten all the caskets already. I think that's another issue that I have with world exploration. And I think that the way that the casket finder, where you put the beacon down and it shows you the caskets in your area in a circle, the way that works right now, I feel like it should lets you know even if the chest is like underneath a rock or something, because the whole point of it scanning for chests is to let you know if there's a chest nearby. I don't think that it'd be, oh, this chest isn't in the open, so we shouldn't tell them about it. If it's underneath the rock, if there's a casket there, tell me there's a casket there. You know what I mean? So there's been so many times where I put one of them jokers down, I'm like, I'm good, there's no caskets in this area, and I move on only to find out when I come back that there was a breakable rock there that had a casket underneath it. It's like, I think that's another issue. So those are my issues with exploration. Outside of, you know, actually searching for chests, if you're not a try-hard completionist, I think just wandering the map, it feels full. There's plenty of enemies everywhere. It's almost hard to walk around and there not be something to fight. I think each area has been built beautifully. You have dark areas, you have light areas. The dark areas give you that feel of like, oh, there's some shit about to go down. The light areas make you kind of sit, they put chairs on top of mountains. You can just sit there and just look at the view. Like, it's nice. The game is beautiful. It is a beautiful game. So yeah, exploration, if I were to rate it, I think I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, the issues that I have with it are mostly based around searching for chests, for actually finding stuff in the world that you need for completionist stuff. The actual exploration itself is phenomenal. So 8.5 out of 10 for me. The next thing I want to talk about is the combat, okay? Now, a lot of y'all know the combat's fire. You got frame data, the bosses are difficult, parries. You can parry with gun characters if you get the timing down right. There's so much that goes into this game. I feel like trying to talk about everything in one video is nuts, especially a video that's not specifically about combat. Now, I would like to get some of the tech down a little bit more. I would like to lab a little bit with some of the different characters. I feel like a week in with as much depth as this game has with combat and everything, it's way too early to start making tier lists. I think once we know frame data, once we know cancel tech, like all this other stuff, then we can start talking about tier lists. Because if you look at actual fighting games with frame data and cancel tech and all this stuff, parries and dodges, and there's so much that goes into it, it's impossible to find it all in a week. There's tech that people are finding for Smash Bros. Melee with frame data and like that. You know, the game's been out for so long and people are still finding new tech. So I think it is gonna be one of those things where, you know, the tier lists will fluctuate, but it's way too early to actually make a full-fledged tier list. Now, if we're just talking about DPS numbers, like straight up, yeah, you can kind of look at that and be like, okay, this person is gonna be the strongest. But just in terms of general casual combat, this game is phenomenal. It's better than any of the gacha games that I've played so far, save PGR, because PGR is very similar to this. Granted, it's not an open world game, but you know, it's made by the same devs. The parry system, phenomenal. The dodge system is great. It makes me, like, the fighting is so dynamic. I'm so locked in. And then if you've got the hologram bosses yet, like, I don't know what level some of y'all are, but if y'all have got to the hologram bosses, once you hit that stage 4, it's tough. Stage 4 or 5, I can't remember one of them stages. But like for the Thundering Mephis one, bro gets a you think you finally got to just DPS phase. No, you still gotta dodge. I like it. I like it. I love that difficulty scale, man. So it makes you really think about what you gotta do. It keeps you on your toes at all times. It's just phenomenal. It's not as easy as just kill and go. So whenever you feel like you need that challenge, you got it there, bro. Which is one of the reasons why I've stayed away from whaling. A lot of y'all probably think, oh, he's over 40. He must have spent like thousands of dollars or something. Like, no, I've just been using my asteroid on refreshes because I want to get to harder content. I love a challenge, and the challenge in this game is actually what's stopping me from spending money, to be honest with you, because I don't want it to be too easy. I feel like if I see 6 characters, if I do this with characters, the game will just be easy. The game, I don't have a singular character with a dupe. Not one of my characters has a dupe, other than a couple of the 4 stars, but not one of my 5 stars has a dupe. I got the C0, Verena, C0, Gion, like everybody C0. But yeah, so combat, phenomenal. I'd actually give the combat right now with how I'm feeling, stop it. Combat, 9.5 out of 10. I can't give it a 10 because that means that there would be no room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. There's always gonna be some room for improvement. So I think combat is near perfect. I love it. I haven't been, no, it's not. No, it's not. Cause I remember now, cause I remember what pissed me off. Yup. I remember what pissed me off. The lock on. I almost forgot about it. I almost forgot. Locking on in this game kind of dropped the rating. Drop the rating a whole point, 8.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Matter of fact, 8 out of 10. They need to fix the fucking lock-on system. I'm over here fighting the morning Ikes, or however you say that shit. Why am I locking on to stuff that's not even part of the fight? The holograms, first off, should be an instance. The hologram fights should be an instance. You should wipe everything off of my fucking map when I'm fighting. Because why am I fighting him and I'm locking on to stuff down here? He's in the air right now. Why are you even taking my lock off of him? Nah, 8 out of 10. Fix the lock-on system. That's my main issue with the combat, bro. I had to find the issue with something. I almost forgot, y'all. That's on me, my bad. The lock-on system is fucked up. That's it, I'm moving on to the next thing. So before I end off the video, I do want to talk about what's next. Like, I'm level 40, I've cleared the map, you know. What do you do now, right? Exploration's done. Well, now it goes into the normal rotation of gacha games until some new content drops, right? So I'm gonna try to finish the Tower of Adversity, right? So I'll be working on that, you know, dailies, right? Dailies take 5 minutes in this game, and then just echo farming, right? And me personally, I think they did a phenomenal job with the way that the echo system works, just because you don't have to use stamina to actually get the echoes. Like, now you have to use it to get the experience for the echoes, but the echoes themselves, you can sit there and farm all day. Get your crit damage pieces for, you know, whatever characters you want. Get your crit rate pieces for whatever characters you want, whatever you're looking for. And then when you have enough XP, you can start rolling. Now, I do think they could give a little bit more XP. I don't think they give enough XP or enough places to get it. I feel like maybe give some while you're killing mobs, maybe give some more when you're doing higher levels. I don't know. Maybe now that I'm level 40, I'll get more when I'm clearing, you know, tacit fields or whatever. That is one of the issues, is they don't really give a lot of XP for leveling up echoes. You can level up a few. If you don't get what you need from them, then you're kind of fucked until you get more, and you can't use ones for pieces you don't have as XP. Like, let's say I have one that's crit damage, one that's defense, and I don't want the defense one. I can't use that defense one as XP if I haven't already put XP into it, which kind of sucks a little bit, because most of the time you're able to use other stuff that you have to level that up if you don't want it. So I think that is something they could implement into the ecosystem, is letting you do that. Yeah, there needs to be more of a way to get XP. I do really enjoy that they let you get the pieces though. So that's really nice. I think overall right now, I'd give Wuthering Waves a solid 8 out of 10 as a game. Just around the board, I feel like it's a solid 8 out of 10 game. I'm gonna keep playing it, come through the stream. If you guys are interested in watching the new rates for anything, and I'll see y'all there if y'all wanna come. It's me and boy Holiest like always. You already know what it is, and hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what y'all think.